Hi everyone, it's the Tides Changing here. A new stuff pack just released for The Sims 4 called Cool Kitchen Stuff, and today we're doing a showcase of all the Create a Sim and Build and Buy mode items that come with it. As far as pricing goes, like with the past two stuff packs, this one costs $9.99 in the US. First up, there are 5 new hairstyles for female Sims, and something that surprised me about the stuff pack is that there are more Create a Sim items than there are Build and Buy mode items. To be exact, there are about 29 Create a Sim items, while there are only 23 Build and Buy mode items. And that just really surprised me because this is a kitchen themed stuff pack, so I figured it would have been much heavier on the Build and Buy mode items like with Perfect Patio stuff, so I was a bit disappointed to see more in the way of Create a Sim items. That being said, the Create a Sim items that came with the stuff pack are actually pretty good, especially the tops, but I would have preferred to see less in the way of Create a Sim items and more in the way of objects like a second counter set or a second set of appliances. But I still do like most of the items that came with it. Now we're on the tops, and most of them look pretty great and are tops I can see myself using quite a bit. This one right here is okay, and I probably won't use it too much, but the one right after it looks really awesome. This one may just be my favorite. I do like the ripped detailing on the jean jacket, as well as the different colors that the flannel shirt underneath it comes in. And this one here is another pretty plain one. I do like the sparkle detail on the side of it, and this last one here is another one of my favorites. I like the tank top that's kind of peeking through the sweater. There are also 3 new bottoms, the first of which I think looks pretty good. I'm not as huge a fan of the other 2 bottoms. This skirt here reminds me of something that would have come with either The Sims 3 High-End Loft stuff or Into the Future. And the last pair of pants has a faint line detailing on it that I find sort of odd, and I just feel like the pants would look better without that on it. There's also one full outfit which features an apron and goes much better with the whole kitchen theme than the other clothing does. Lastly, for female Sims, there are 2 new style looks, both of which are meant to be everyday wear. Moving over to the male Create a Sim items, we have 2 new hairstyles, both of which are decent. I did like the female hairstyles more though. There are also 8 new tops, so once again I do really like how most of them look. This first shirt here is probably my favorite, but going back to the point I was making earlier, I feel like this clothing really doesn't go with the whole theme of kitchen stuff. I mean, with the Perfect Patio stuff pack, I could see how it went together because, you know, the clothes are breezy, clothes that you would want to wear outside on a nice day, but there's not really a whole lot of clothing specifically for cooking, and the only clothing within the stuff pack that fits that is the apron item. So it just feels like the clothing was sort of thrown into the stuff pack, and it just doesn't really go together as a whole theme. There's also 1 new pair of jeans which has a nice ripped look to it. And moving on from that, we have 1 full outfit which has an apron to go with it. And the last thing I'm going to show for the Create a Sim items is the 2 style looks for male Sims. Unfortunately, there's nothing for children in this stuff pack, but hopefully they'll do a children-focused stuff pack in the future. But with that, I'm going to move over to the buy mode items. So we have only 2 items in seating. One is a dining room chair, and we also have a bar stool. Heading over to the surface category, we have 1 new dining table which goes with the more modern theme that the items in this stuff pack has. There's also a neat little end table that has what looks like some recipe books in it. We also have a new counter set which has just the regular counter, island, and some cabinets to go with it. I do like that this counter set has some wooden texture to go with it in addition to just the plain colored ones. There's also 1 sink which looks pretty similar to the other kitchen sinks, nothing too special. Moving on from that, there's a bunch of items in the decoration category. So there's 1 new plant, which is the one you see here. There's also a new poster, and something I do really like about this is that each coloring of it is a completely different looking poster, and some of the different colorings would work really well in rooms other than the kitchen, so it is very versatile in that manner. We also just saw a salt and pepper shaker. Here's an item that just looks like a rack for dishes to go on. There's also some cookbooks. That item has a nice variety of colors to go with it. Here we're seeing a cutting board that hangs up on the wall as well as a spice rack. Also, we have some different utensils that hang up like spatulas and spoons and such. Here is some cutlery, and the last of the decorative items is a wall shelf. I actually really like how this looks. This is probably my favorite of the decorative items. So that's it. So moving over to the lighting category, we have 2 ceiling lights. This one's pretty cool looking. There's also a range hood, which counts as a light. Lastly, we have the new appliances that came with the stuff pack. There's a new fridge, stove, and ice cream maker. The ice cream maker is supposed to be the premium item that gives you new gameplay, so it allows your Sims to make 30 different flavors of ice cream, some of which give them unusual abilities. So that's the last of the items. Here you can see them all laid out. There's also 2 new rooms, one of which is the kitchen, and the other which is a dining room. Overall, I like most of what came with the stuff pack. I just feel like they could have stuck with the whole kitchen theme much better than they did. So that way I feel like they missed the mark and really could have made a better kitchen pack than this. I'd love to know what you all think of the stuff pack, so feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm going to end the video here. I hope you found it helpful and enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and bye!